All right, guys, welcome back. It's Dean here. Back at it again with yet another project. I know it's been a while. But this one I'm actually pretty excited for. Today we're actually going to preview one of my quite personal projects, no pun intended. This is actually my personalized X recommendation engine. And although you don't see much, a lot has been done on the back end. But nevertheless, this project is actually inspired by the components released by the X engineering team um, in regards to, okay, well, how are posts actually generated? And this actually targets the pain point of, for example, you have many individuals who may be curious, who may not be technically proficient, but they're curious as to why, okay, some posts are catered to them. Even posts that basically reflect interests that they didn't even know that they had. Well, anyway, I decided to capitalize on this and essentially create a system that, um, you know, transcends build a clone of Twitter and X. And the product is actually the brain, where it's where we're focusing on the algorithm that decides what posts to show and in what order and why. So we actually inform users as to why they're seeing such posts. So so far, we have two major commits whereby we fill the platform with fake but realistic content. And this is just creating an automated system that populates your platform with a realistic synthetic social network. And this is basically spearheaded by using a combination of math, a lot of AI, LLM integration to actually generate the posts. I believe we only went with text-based. You find a lot of these decisions that I've made, they were meant to prioritize speed over optimization. And we'll touch briefly on that as I continue to explain. You'll also see that I did not choose to prioritize a fancy UI rather, but instead I just chose to focus more on the back end, making sure that, okay, what I want to implement actually works. Yeah, but nevertheless, so we've addressed the problem, and the component it inspired me to build this, that was recently sourced by the X engineering team. It has 4 stages. So we have candidate sourcing. We basically gather posts to consider. We score them. We rate each post, and the score is based on 5 factors: recency, popularity, network bonus, topic relevance, and engagement velocity. And these can be tuned and modified. These can be tuned and modified to the user's preference in order to see a difference in posts. And then we have heuristic filtering, which basically just means, preventing boring feeds. So for example, even if you're interested in listening in a certain speaker, you wouldn't want to find yourself on YouTube, for example, just seeing the same person 10 times as you're scrolling on YouTube Shorts. And then we have feed construction, where we're assembling and explaining. So we take the top 50 posts and we create why am I seeing this? So as I mentioned earlier, we have some trade-offs so far. We have hand-tuned rules, so these are fast and explainable, and we have no ML infrastructure. So the trade-off is that we can't capture complex feature interactions. And as I mentioned, we just favored speed of development rather than performance or features. And so what I do look to implement in the future is, one, a better UI, of course, and also just establishing preferences, algorithm tuning, and yeah, that's basically it. Look forward to updating you guys.